Now, tech demos are a fascinating thing. They're the software used by companies to show off the cutting-edge looks and performances their new technology has to offer, mainly by using the most abstract possible examples. Some of them are playable, and others are just real-time showcases for consoles, graphics cards, or fuck it, even space technology. Hell yeah, man. Some are typical, some are slightly uncanny, and others are so visually stunning that they make you the most financially impulsive person on the block. And that's literally the video, and my very lazy introduction. Just me going through the interesting and downright uncanny world of tech demos that weren't intended to be full games. Emphasis on that. Let's start with something small here, the PS1. This Bubsy 3D machine has a couple demos of its own, all packed and selectable in the PlayStation Developers demo. This disc has a whole exciting assortment of things, and guess what? Other things. All selectable with some tracks that are so perfectly 90s to keep you company in the menu. Anyways, only a few of these doodads will actually make you nod your head in pleasure, because the rest are just simple FMVs. That, to be fair, for the time they were impressive. Mainly for the fact that they weren't the size of a fucking Jesus box, am I right, Sega CD? But the main serving here is that crisp real-time 3D. Like, I'm not joking, that T-Rex is crazy detail for the console. Probably made the businessmen in the Sony boardroom piss and shit their pants in unison. You can interact with the thing by making a sneer or go apeshit. And also, fun fact, this dinosaur also shows up almost 25 years later after its last appearance on the demo in Astro's Playroom at the end of the game. And if you're really at arms with me spitting out info from the endgame of Astro's Playroom, I'm sure you got more problems than this, buddy. There's also the manatee, which I neglected to mention. You can move the model around in 4 directions, including the camera, and the button commands push and pull the way to fish. Overall, I think this is a decent showcase. The T-Rex is crazy detailed, and if it wasn't for the weird PS1-ness of the jaggy textures, I would think this dinosaur is from Turok or something. Or Turok, I don't know.
Konnichiwa.
What the fuck?
Resident Evil 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, this is well known, but I'm just a sucker for 3D on the GBA, or anything that looks horribly low poly. This isn't RE's first time to get on a Nintendo handheld. The first game had a GBC prototype in the works, and wow, this is ambitious. And if you're aware of Resident Evil 2 for the N64, then you know this game has gone through the ringer with compression. But enough of that. The GBA demo only takes place in the city area. The store scene is skipped and immediately leads to the basketball court. Try to push further and you'll be rewarded with the 4-second scrap of a fully 3D Street Fighter concept. The game already looks impressive enough, with the ambitious Blue Roses engine, built by Raylight Studios, being put on full display. If you're interested, I recommend checking out the Hangar from MGS running on it. They really know how to utilize this console. The Panzer tank movement that old RE is known for is here, of course. And I would like to mention that every single animation here is just as on point as the scenery. And when I mean every single one, I am dead serious. The item menu is the only thing we can access here. We're given the easy mode starters, including unlimited ammo to shield how disgusting the shooting is. Like, oh god, this would benefit from some form of lock-on. Anyways, now you might be thinking, was this a pitch of a Resident Evil 2 port for the Game Boy Advance this entire time, and you've been lying to our impressionable faces? Well, no. This demo was a pitch for the Blue Roses engine by Raylight Studios. The Italian company showed it off to Capcom with RE2, but the company that produced the 3rd best DS game of all time, Ghost Trick, decided by 2003 that it wasn't in their best interest to make GBA ports and kicked the proposal to the curb. Which is a shame. Mainly because it would have been a great mini-me video. The next one here is quite the technological marvel. Stunt Race FX was already a decently impressive racer for the SNES, utilizing the FX chip and all that, but if you've seen that, then this will put you off your rocker. Yes, that is Stunt Race FX, running on an original Game Boy. And yes, it was a tech demo. It wasn't officially released, and how it got onto the internet is pretty much unknown. And as the splash screen said, the game achieves this look via texture mapping and advanced computer modeling, well known as a tool used to make pre-rendered 3D models for Donkey Kong Country. The creator of this showcase is Elmar Krieger, an Austrian dev who has had quite the experience on a console, making titles like Prehistoric Man, whatever the hell that is, and the Game Boy Superman port, which is an absolute masterpiece compared to what appeared on console. This is one of the few examples of 3D imagery achieved on the Game Boy, one fascinating example being X, a Star Fox predecessor of sorts created by young upstarts Argonaut Games, which looks like a Virtual Boy game without the eye-gouging blood red, but instead it cleanses your eyes with puke green and white. But yeah, jokes aside, it's kind of impressive. Alright, welcome to Tech Demo Minute, where I run down the shit with virtually zero info anywhere other than possessing an unseen 64 page. Ready? Go. First off, we got a PS1 title named Legend. It looks to be a first-person dungeon crawler of sorts, with pleasingly textured walls, and its menacing dragon at the end. Footage was broadcasted on a late-night talk show in Japan to show off the new hardware, and to avoid children going apeshit about it according to the slab. Major War seems to be a proof of concept demo for the original Xbox that looks like it went quite far. This is the best so far and effectively showing how much of a beast the console is. If I had more info on this, especially who the hell made this, I would love to put it out, but The Butcher was a single 3D model created by Rare during 2008 for the 360. And by today, I can estimate this was their pre-Kinect phase. We don't know if this was a showcase, a concept for a game, or hell, even a character study. But regardless, this is another count in the Rare Ideas death list. Last one here, Submarine for the DS. If you're one of the 3 Steel Diver fans still on this depressing planet like I am, this piqued your interest. And I mean, there's no peppy hair to run your pockets dry, so that's fine.
I don't know what I'm doing! Ah! Shit! Fuck me! Shit! What the fuck?